Have you ever been in a room with a woman and felt something unspoken lingering in the air, something intense, mysterious, and almost magnetic? She may not say a single word, yet her body language, her energy, her very presence tells you a different story. She's calm on the surface, composed even, but beneath that exterior, there's something else. A fire quietly burning, a desire she won't dare admit, not out loud, not directly, but make no mistake, it's there. And if you know what to look for, you'll see it as clear as day. Most men miss it, not because they're blind, but because women are masters at hiding what they feel, until their behavior betrays them. You might be talking to a coworker, a friend, or even someone you barely know. She'll laugh at the right moments, keep her voice steady, and pretend everything is normal. But behind the curtain, her body will start to speak a language older than words. A language of attraction, longing, and desire. Let's decode it. _1. The silent spotlight effect. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked, yet powerful indicators of hidden desire, a subtle but undeniable shift in her behavior. I call this the silent spotlight effect. This happens when a woman becomes hyper-aware of your presence. Her nerves kick in, and despite trying to appear unfazed, her body betrays her. You may notice her suddenly fumbling over her words, laughing nervously, or glancing away too quickly. She might start over-explaining things, offering extra details that don't really matter, or her normally calm voice begins to waver. Why? Because your presence throws her off balance. It's not fear. It's not anxiety. It's desire. You've become the silent spotlight in her mind. And no matter how hard she tries to remain composed, she simply can't hide how intensely she's feeling you. What to look for? Does she glance at you from the corner of her eye when she thinks you're not watching? Does she suddenly tuck her hair behind her ear, straighten her blouse, or shift in her seat? Does she go quiet when you enter the room? If you notice these micro behaviors, you're not imagining it. You've caught her in a moment of unconscious attraction. _2. The involuntary echo. Now, let's move into deeper psychological territory. When a woman is genuinely drawn to you, her body does something she doesn't consciously intend. It starts to mirror yours. This is called the involuntary echo. You lean back in your chair, so does she. You cross your arms, suddenly she's mirroring the same pose. You slow your speech. She does too. You become more animated. And like a shadow, her energy rises to meet yours. It's not manipulation. It's not strategy. It's instinct. Our brains are wired to sync with those we feel connected to. And when desire enters the equation, this effect intensifies. She doesn't realize she's doing it, but her body does. Because in that moment, you are no longer just someone in the room. You are the emotional center of her experience. What to look for? During a conversation, does she start copying your movements, expressions, or posture? Does her tone match yours? Whether soft or energetic, do her reactions feel like a reflection of your mood? If yes, then she's not just listening to you. She's syncing with you. And that's powerful. _3. Stealth grooming. Let's talk about attraction at its most primal. When a woman desires you deeply, she may not confess it in words, but her body will start preparing. Not sexually, but aesthetically, subtly, elegantly. This is what I call stealth grooming. It might be something as small as adjusting her necklace, fixing her hair, or reapplying lip balm when you're near. She might run her fingers through her hair more often, adjust her posture, or smooth out her clothing every few minutes. Why? Because on a subconscious level, she wants to look her best for you. This isn't vanity. It's instinctual. She's signaling readiness, interest, and emotional openness. What to look for? Does she check her reflection in her phone or compact when she thinks no one's watching? Does she stand taller, lift her chin, or adjust her outfit as you approach? Does her grooming behavior intensify when you're around versus when you're not? These signs are not random, they're purposeful. even if she doesn't realize it. And they almost always indicate that you matter to her more than she's letting on. 4. The drift of random proximity. Now here's one of the most telling signs, and it's impossible to fake. When a woman wants you, she'll begin to find ways to be physically closer to you. And it often happens so naturally, so seamlessly, that you might not even register it until you start to connect the dots. This is what I call the drift of random proximity. It might happen at work, during a social event, or even in casual settings. She might place her bag next to yours, stand slightly closer than necessary during a conversation, or always seem to sit near you even when the room offers many other options. This isn't accidental. Even if she's not fully aware of it, her body is seeking closeness. Her desire creates a gravitational pull, and you're the center. What to look for? Does she always seem to end up within arm's reach of you? Does her positioning around you differ from how she interacts with others? Is she more likely to linger near you after a meeting, or casually walk beside you when the group disperses? These are physical expressions of emotional closeness. If she consistently finds ways to enter your physical space, chances are she wants more than just casual conversation. So far, we've uncovered some of the most subtle yet powerful signs that a woman's desire is far deeper than she lets on. Her body speaks first, before any words are said. But when emotion and attraction intensify, her actions grow bolder, and her expressions more revealing. Let's continue decoding these hidden signals. 5. The signal of over-laughter. One of the most unmistakable clues comes not from what she says, but from how she laughs. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, her laughter becomes her language. You don't need to be a stand-up comedian. Even your simplest comment or mildly amusing joke becomes fuel for unexpected, sometimes excessive giggles. She's not laughing at the punchline, she's responding to you. It's not the joke that makes her laugh, it's the energy you give off. Laughter is one of the oldest social bonding tools. It creates a bridge between two people. And when a woman wants to be close to you, she'll use it, consciously or not, to establish that connection. You'll often see her laughing even when everyone else is silent. She may lean in as she chuckles, smile even after the moment has passed, or maintain eye contact a little longer than necessary. This isn't forced, this is instinct. Ask yourself, does her laughter seem just a bit too enthusiastic? Does she laugh quickly, even before the joke is fully delivered? Does she find humor in the mundane, simply because you're the one who said it? If her laughter feels aimed more at you than the actual content, you're witnessing her trying to emotionally bond. 6. The willful ignorance strategy. Now here's a twist. Attraction doesn't always look like affection. Sometimes it looks like she's avoiding you completely. When a woman desires you but fears revealing too much, she may go into emotional defense mode. This is what I call the willful ignorance strategy. She'll act like you're not even there, on purpose. She may avoid eye contact, give short responses, or act preoccupied. At first glance, you might think she's disinterested. But don't be fooled. This is not rejection, it's restraint. She's trying to maintain control over her emotions, over the situation, and sometimes over herself. But the truth leaks out through her body language. Even if her eyes never meet yours, her body will lean ever so slightly in your direction. Her ears perk up when someone says your name. She's alert, reactive, and aware of your every move. Notice this dynamic. Does she keep her distance but never actually leave? Does she turn away too quickly when you catch her staring? Does she seem tense, guarded, yet still physically present near you? This push-pull behavior is a dead giveaway. She's trying to hold it together, but her longing is already showing. 7. The tease of the spotlight. At some point, she might stop resisting the pull, and that's when things get playful. Teasing is her next move. This is the tease of the spotlight. When a woman starts joking with you, whether in a group setting or one-on-one, she's doing more than just being funny. She's placing you at the center of attention. She's saying, I notice you. And more importantly, I want you to notice me. She might poke fun at your habits, mimic something you've said, or give you a light-hearted nickname. It's not meant to insult, it's her way of testing your confidence. Example? She might smirk and say, oh, look who finally remembered to match his socks today. Or, you always have that same coffee stain, don't you? She's not being cruel, she's inviting you into a dance. A sparring of wit. A flirtation. What to watch for? Does she laugh at your reaction while holding eye contact? Does she add a soft touch, like on your arm or shoulder, as she delivers the tease? Does she keep returning to you in the conversation? Even when others are present, she's not teasing everyone, just you. That's her way of saying you've caught her interest. And now, she's inviting you to play along. 8. The unintentional informant. Now the energy begins to deepen. Attraction that started physically now starts shifting into something emotional. And the clearest sign of that is when she begins to share. This is the unintentional informant. When a woman opens up to you about personal matters, her goals, her fears, her family, she's doing far more than making small talk. She's letting you into her inner world. A world she doesn't share with everyone. She may begin sentences with, I don't usually tell people this. But, or ask your opinion on something deeply personal. She might tell you about her childhood, her career struggles, or what really keeps her up at night. These moments aren't casual. They're invitations. Ask yourself, does she lean in when talking to you? Does her voice soften? Her expression become more sincere? Does she seem genuinely interested in your thoughts and not just making conversation? If so, she's not just attracted, she's starting to feel emotionally safe. And that's a powerful shift. 9. The palm signal flash. Attraction doesn't always need grand gestures. Sometimes, it's something as small and subtle as the palm of a hand. The palm signal flash is a gesture rooted in biology. It's subconscious. And it's an indicator of both trust and openness. When a woman shows her palms while talking, especially while making eye contact or leaning in, it signals comfort and emotional vulnerability. She might flash her palms while gesturing, fixing her hair, or even while holding something. It's not forced, it just happens when she feels unguarded around you. What to look for? Are her hand gestures fluid and relaxed? Do you notice her showing her palms while smiling or speaking warmly? Does she make small hand movements that seem oddly timed to emotional moments? Her body is saying, I trust you. And even though this may seem like a tiny sign, it carries a deep emotional weight. 10. The phenomenon of big eyes. And finally, the one thing no one can fake, the eyes. This is known as the big eyes phenomenon. A woman's eyes can give away what her mouth would never say. When she feels a surge of attraction, her pupils may dilate slightly. Her gaze lingers. She might hold eye contact longer than usual, or quickly look away when caught. Her eyes soften. Her face becomes more expressive. Her head tilts ever so slightly in curiosity or admiration. In lower lighting, this becomes even more noticeable. Her pupils grow larger as her brain registers interest, excitement, and emotional engagement. Think back for a moment. Have you ever looked into a woman's eyes and sensed that something had changed? A flash of intensity. A moment that seemed to last longer than it should have? That's what we're talking about here. Desire can't hide in the eyes. When you reflect on past experiences, chances are, these signs were already there. Maybe you missed them. Maybe you dismissed them. But now, you know what to look for. Attraction speaks through the body, the voice, the eyes, and the silence between words. If you've ever had an encounter where these signs were staring you in the face, but you didn't realize it at the time, tell us in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more insights like this. Until next time, stay sharp, stay confident, and keep paying attention.